That is exactly what's happening in Australia. Cost, the rent to value, the cost of construction, the lack of sophistication in terms of, and again, sophistication is not the right word, but the lack of financing options. We don't have a Freddie or Fannie that can just give you 2-3%, interest only for 10 years on a project that they can value the NOI at the end of the development. They have to say, no, I can't see that NOI, and you need to sell off the plan. But it boils back into your rent to value ratio, which you just mentioned, which I completely agree with, and also the cost of construction. Australia and Canada are so similar because we're still part of the Commonwealth. It's just a different structure, and we don't have garden style apartments in Australia, and we're in a warmer climate. So again, it goes back to when you're comparing the colder climate of Canada versus Australia versus America. I think it boils down to that financing arm as well, coupled with the cost of construction, just only means penciling for condos is the only way. I know there's a big push in Australia to try and do the build to rent, but it's just trying to find those financing vehicles that do that. And for everyone who's listening, did you just hear 2% cap rates in Vancouver? Part of the reason we'll talk about this, the run up and the run down in cap rates here in the United States, is because, in my opinion, the US is the most has the highest yield on commercial real estate in any Western country in the world. And when you're coming from Sydney 2%, Vancouver 2%, Hong Kong 2%, a 4% cap rate looks pretty freaking attractive.
Yes, it really does.
I bang on that a lot on this show, but that is part of the reason we're seeing so much liquidity in the market is the fact, and this is my 2 cents standing in my soapbox, the privacy laws here in the United States are really quite strong for international money. And secondly, is that cap rate comparison when you're comparing to other major first world countries around the world, London, Paris, Hong Kong, Australia, Vancouver, that it's still so much more, it's so much more attractive.